So you can't get high on pot, and you can't choke on a small toy afterwards. Yes, California's war on happiness continues. Not only has San Francisco Board of Supervisors voted to ban Happy Meals, the state overall rejected a measure to legalize marijuana on Tuesday as well. SF supervisors claim their silly city is the first to take action against childhood obesity, while pot proponents vowed to try again in 2 years. Says the head of the Drug Policy Project, quote, "It's still a historic moment in this. Struggles to end decades of failed marijuana prohibition because of Proposition 19 marijuana legalization initiatives will be on the ballot in a number of states in 2012. Yeah, I'm sure there were some dudes and mans peppered throughout that quote, but we took them out. We go to Tusky, the stoned walrus, for a response. I'm going to start watching Joy Behar. Hey, Devore, both parties came out against 19. Everybody, all the major politicians said, why?
It is an affront to my entire divorced platform
Yes.
of pro-gun rights, pro-gay marriage, and pro-ganja legalization.
Yes.
I'm offended and disgusted.
I thought it was going to happen. I thought it was going to happen. What, John, you're like...
Come on. Parents still vote, kids don't.
Yeah, that's true. But then those parents, but at the point though, the parent at this in 2010, a lot of potheads are grandparents now.
Well, and they have had many, many years figuring out how to get it without it being legal, and why change?
But you gotta stay in debt. This could solve all your problems.
You had law enforcement in California that went against it, and the Obama administration said even if it passes, they're still going to enforce the law. And you know, even the law enforcement said that you're going to have traffic violations, labor problems.
Nothing is worse than, nothing can be as worse as alcohol. Studies show that alcohol causes more violence.
I understand.
And also overcrowded prisons, the cost of actually trying to put these guys in trial.
All of Phil's friends, and he buys drugs from is in jail.
But they think you're going to have more traffic violations.
You know, the only
I want stoners are too lazy to drive.
This is what the officers have said.
The only argument against pot legalization I've ever heard is that it is difficult to quantify how stoned you are.
Yeah.
You can tell how drunk someone is.
But it doesn't stop them. People who get drunk still get in fist fights.
So
you know, when you go to a bar, I've never got
pot, you'll be more peaceful.
I have never gotten punched in the face by a pothead, but I've gotten punched in the face by a lot of drunks.
By angry drunks.
Yeah, and I punched a lot of faces drunk. But pot, you're just too tired to do anything.
But part of the reason this proposal came up was, hey, we got to start, as you said, solve the state's budget problem. And then they started looking in it and say, well, you know, nowhere on the planet has this ever happened before. So we don't know whether that the high price of it is going to stay high or it's all of a sudden going to plummet when it's legal. True. And then we don't get the tax revenues we were counting.
I think it'll be treated like cigarettes. You'll be $20 for 20 cigarettes. But here, can I make this point? Yeah. You know why this stuff gets banned is because of the stoners and potheads themselves who play up to the stereotype of stoners and potheads. You know, drinkers don't walk around and talk about how drunk they got all the time. But stoners, like Zach Galifianakis on Bill Maher's show, you know, pretends to smoke a doobie, that makes people think, I can't take these people seriously. If people just treated pot the way they treated scotch, you don't talk about what you drink.
Just do it.
But I think all the doctors and lawyers out there that have a joint after a day of work at night, I think they do. The problem is the Galifianakis ones get the press. Yeah. But I mean, look at Oakland. Oakland's economy has had a positive turnaround because of all of their quote-unquote medicinal dispensaries that they've had. It's really infused a lot of cash into their economy. What I say is bring back the Happy Meal and make the toy be a pack of Marlboro Greens.
But Bill is onto something because they're saying in essence that if you do legalize it, you will stop the gang violence, crime will go down, and you can put more money into the economy because you don't have to incarcerate people.
See, he's convinced you.
No, he hasn't. I'm just saying the pros and the cons.
Smoke with me after this show.
Small government proponents, I mean, what's the budget of the DEA? What do they do?
Right.
Yeah. No, all right, I've got to move on. But it's a fair question, and it's just strange. California is a strange place. Yes. You're voting Governor Moonbeam, but you don't allow the decriminalization of marijuana? I don't understand how those things work together. Okay, coming up, Joe Biden will be here to discuss the election results. And by here, I mean somewhere other than here. I don't know. We've got something better. So what's my mom got to say about the elections, the World Series, and her darling son? That they're all kind of awesome. And if she doesn't, I'm cutting off her food supply. He's had enough of Yusuf. I speak of author Salman Rushdie, who was irked over the weekend to see Yusuf Islam, a.k.a. Cat Stevens, performing at the rally to restore insanity. You'd think Rushdie would get over Yusuf calling for his murder for blasphemy back in 1989. I refer, of course, to this.
You don't think that this man deserves to die?
Who, Salman Rushdie?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
And do you have a duty to be his executioner?
No, not necessarily, unless we were in an Islamic state and I was ordered, let's say, by the judge or by the authority to carry out such an act, perhaps, yes.
Dude, that was like 45 years ago. Who cares? But Rushdie clearly hasn't gotten over it, and he expressed his displeasure about Yusuf performing at the rally in an email to Standpoint magazine. Quote, I've always liked Stewart and Colbert. He has to say that, of course. But what on earth was Cat Yusuf Stevens Islam doing on that stage if he's a good Muslim like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, that I'm the great pumpkin? Happy Halloween. Rushdie later added, I spoke to Jon Stewart about Yusuf Islam's appearance. He said he was sorry it upset me, but really it was plain that he was fine with it. Depressing. For more, let's go now to our Yahtzee-playing dog, YPD. Yahtzee's his answer to everything. Gibby, here's the thing. Why isn't, you know, his response to Salmon was like, I'm sorry if you're sorry, but
You mean
why
Stewart?
isn't, Stewart. Why wouldn't Stewart think that's a big deal? I don't get, I mean, this guy advocates
Stewart's
murder.
double standard. He does it all the time. He gets away with murder. This is one of those things where he got away with something that was just obviously the wrong thing to be doing in front of 200,000 people in C-SPAN.
It's a sanity rally.
But what his justification is, I'm a comedian.
Yeah.
It was just a bit. Salman, don't take it personally. Well, Salman, he
You know,
only
and
wanted your head cut off. Don't take it personally.
And I think it's disturbing that this guy sang Peace Train at the Sanity rally, and it takes people like you to bring this out. I mean, I'm on political issues. I had no idea.
You know what he was talking about, though? He was spelling peace, P-I-E-C-E. It was about guns.
Yes.
He wanted a giant train made of guns
Wow.
to kill Christians.
It is kind of amazing
hit a
that
Glock
he
in
would
his
really
beard.
even have the gall
But-
to sing that song.
Yeah, I know. It's incredible. Bill, you were there. Did any of the audience have really any idea?
Well, here's the thing: the two parts that involved Muslims were him and Kareem, and it's pointed to note that when he used an example of a good Muslim, he brought out Kareem and not Yusuf. Yusuf was part of a bigger bit. And he also brought out a guy that pissed on the Alamo. Ozzy was part of the crazy train. Yusuf was part of the peace train. And then they all agreed to support the love train. There's the various trains you can be on. So, I mean, it probably wasn't cool to have Yusuf there, but I can see why they wanted him there for the peace train bit. And they certainly never said, this guy's awesome, you know.
But the
Well, you
liberal
can't
mainstream
know.
media
Wait,
won't talk about
John,
this.
Devore,
Peace Train is my ringtone.
yes,
Yes, it is.
Devore, if the Tea Party had a Nazi who once advocated the death of a famous Jewish writer, what the hell would happen?
Oh my
They
goodness.
just have reenactors.
You know, for this topic, I'm just going to claim cognitive dissonance. Yusuf is not Cat Stevens.
I think
Cat
That's true.
Stevens
That's
is
true.
a hippie god of love from the 70s, and Yusuf just needed some friends in the 80s and fell in with the wrong crowd.
Oh, I like
Yes.
that. That's a good afternoon school special explanation. I thought the weirdest thing was just watching him from '89 or whatever how calm Muslim clerics are about discussing death of others.
Exactly.
That always makes me a little freaky. I don't care who it is. Even Americans, crazy Americans, can't
Fathom
hold the
it.
emotion,
Right.
emotion back of violence, but they can't. They could just look and go, yeah.
I don't like
died.
I don't like them with the British accent.
Yes.
I don't like them saying they're going to kill us and yet sounding like Benny Hill.
I know,
Yeah,
that's
that's
wrong.
confusing to me.
All right, we got to move on. We're going to take a break. And don't forget to buy my book, The Bible of Unspeakable Truths. Get your copy now at Amazon.com. Or go to your nearest bookstore. That's what it looks like. It's not that hard to find. Jeez.
Hey, college juniors and seniors, think you've got the right stuff to make it in TV news? Enter the Fox News College Challenge. Can you report like a seasoned pro, shoot with a creative flair, and
Before we get to my mom, she's coming up. Let's go one more time to our Red Eye election desk to get a score on the latest tallies. What have we got there, RED? That is the last time we use him.
Or
It is.
the last
Oh, it's a good one. It's time for messages from Mom. Kick back, relax, and enjoy what she has to say about the elections and the Giants.
Hi, this is your mother. Hope you are well and happy. Oh, it's so funny. Garrett's going to go into San Francisco today, and I said to him, you better get the helicopter and it'll land on a building. People can't move. There's so many people up there. Happy about the Giants. Thank God something good happened to California. I think California is going down the drain. But, oh, yeah, I think it is a good thing we have some sports people that are doing well without the king, the late king of sports. But anyway, yeah, what else is new? Oh, I was happy about the marijuana thing and getting in the dumper because, you know, the young people have enough, you know, things that are hard on them without having marijuana in their hands. Anyway, oh, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I had to get up early, though, to go down to get my hair cut at 8 o'clock in the morning. I didn't realize how horrible it is to drive. I thought, well, I can drive. I'll just go slow. Well, you can't go slow at 8 o'clock. I had everybody racing me down the streets and honking. I guess I'll never do it again. Anyway, hope you have a good day, and I hope things turn out well. Thank God the Congress is interesting. Now be good, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.
See, that's the lady who drives slow during rush hour. She's going to get her hair done at 8 in the morning, and like she's just going, why is everybody in a big rush? Where's everybody going? It's because they're going to work, Mom. And she's like, then she comes home and she's going like, I'm never going to do that again. All right, time to close out things with the post-game wrap-up from TV's Andy Levy. See clips of recent shows, go to foxnews.com/redeye.
You know how it is. You look in the mirror one day and you go, how am I going to lose this weight?
Back to TV's Andy Levy for the post-game wrap-up.
Thanks, Greg. Hey, Devore, you ever think of coming up with a list of, like, beloved 80s movie characters who are actually conservative icons?
Funny you should mention that. You can check it out at premiere.com.
Really?
We're horny for movies.
Oh. Okay. Gibson, has a paperback version of your book hit #1 yet?
No, it has not.
What the
but
hell,
it is,
man?
it is out in paperback, and I need people to buy, Andy. So Amazon, Barnes & Noble, buy Greg's book, buy mine, buy.
Okay. What's your book called?
How the Left Swift-Boated America. It explains how we got in the fix we're in today.
All right. Hey, Angela, as a rhino, are you okay with the election results?
You just had a dream that I was a rhino, Republican in name only. Andy, I don't know what you're talking about. But yes,
Really?
I'm very happy with the results. Very happy.
Excellent. Bill, is the Hoda dream dead?
Well, Andy, I haven't been flirting with beloved TV personality Hoda Kotb lately because I've been working on my new website, www.wd.com. Check it out. Find out why Woodrow is the man, and then some. But I'm already preaching to the choir with you.
Thank you, Andy. Angela McGlowan, a pleasure. Bill Schulz, you disgust me. John Devore, a delight. John Gibson, always a pleasure. I'm Greg Gutfeld. I shall see you next time.